notified anytime I drop video contents like this. And without wasting much time, let's hop in straight into the charts. So guys, I want to point your attention to something very important here that I see forming. Now, we've had this formation here in this charts from this point to this point. Okay, we've had this descending wedge, and this is actually a bullish formation, guys. This is a very strong bullish formation. Now, at this point, this was in the month of September 2022, we had this top here, and it was during this time that Bitcoin began forming a bullish pattern. Okay, Bitcoin began forming a bullish divergence. It was from this point in the year 2022. And then when we encountered this line here, this was in the month of October, we had this drop and Bitcoin surged up. Okay, Bitcoin reacted and had a pump. Now guys, we are experiencing this same area, but now there is something very unique that is playing out, guys. Let me zoom this very well. We are about having a cross. Can you see this, guys? This is the red line crossing this green line, and anytime this red line crosses this green line, there is always a reaction. Okay, we had the red line here cross the green line, we had the reaction, and Bitcoin dropped. This was in the month of August. Okay, and we had this red line now cross this green line down to the below, and Bitcoin had a surge up. So now guys, we are at the verge of having this red line cross this green line, but we have not yet had a successful cross. We have not yet had a successful cross, guys. Let me zoom this well so that you can take a look at it. Can you see this, guys? We have not yet had a successful cross, but we are almost about having a successful cross, guys. Take a look at this. So what this tells you is that very soon we are going to have this cross, and it's not going to be favorable for Bitcoin. But now I'm not just talking about this cross. Now this is where I want us to take a look at, because we are at the verge of breaking out from this falling wedge, and if we do this, this is really going to be extremely bullish. Okay, and this is going to affect Bitcoin. Now take a look at this descending line. We had a rejection here, had a rejection here. Now we are encountering this red line. We are likely to have a rejection, but this is very unlikely to happen, because it is at this same point that we are having a cross. We are about having a cross. So for those of you that are into the crypto space, just pray that we do not have a cross here, because if we have a cross here, this is really gonna affect Bitcoin very well, guys. It will affect Bitcoin, and then when we come back again and retest this brown this orange line here, then we would still watch out and see. But if we pump out of here, it will still be disastrous for Bitcoin, guys. Has been forming a bullish pattern. This is a bullish formation. Okay, this is a bullish divergence that the VIX has been forming, and currently, if we take a look at the MACD of the VIX, we can see that the MACD is bullish. It's looking bullish, and we're actually having a very strong bullish formation here for the VIX. And guys, this is going to affect the S&P 500. I must tell you this would affect the stock exchange markets. So in the weeks to come, guys, the stock exchange market will drop. Okay, the VIX is forming a bullish formation here. You can see this is a rise in the MACD, but you see here that we are having a decline in the VIX, guys. We're having a decline in the VIX. Now this area of this area that I labeled here, this area that I've marked here, this area to this area is actually a buying zone for the VIX, guys. And I must tell you this, we are currently sitting on a very strong area of support, but this particular bullish formation extends from here to here. So guys, I think this is what is going to happen. Okay, I think this is what is going to happen this week. The VIX is going to get find its bottom this week, but if we break below this line, then we are heading down here. So two things are going to happen this week. Number one, the market is going to form its top finally and begin a descent into the month of March. That's number one. Now, number two, it can still surge up based on the VIX. I'm talking about the S&P 500. Based on this pattern, it can still have a surge up, come down and touch this white line. And if this happens, the S&P 500 is likely going to pump up or go sideways. Bitcoin as well can likely go sideways or pump up to 50k. These are the possible scenarios that can take place. But you see, this week is actually going to be a formative week for the whole general financial markets. Okay, I'm using this as an example. There are other charts as well that confirms this, but I'm just showing you guys this. And I also want to drag your notice and your attention to this formation here for the VIX. This is not actually a very good formation. This is a bullish pattern forming. Okay, you see guys, the level of crypto that I operate in, I don't just work with indicators, okay, but I work with price action. Not just price action, I work with the financial markets to actually give you very accurate information. So I'm looking at this for the VIX. It's either the VIX will come down here, have a support, find support around this area, and if this happens, then expect the S&P 500 to maybe have a surge up or go sideways. Okay, and if that happens, we are forming a top, guys. Or if it breaks out of here, then we may have a drop down to around this area. Okay, so these are things to actually pay attention to, guys. These are very, very important factors to pay attention to. Not just that, we're not going to rule this out. We won't also rule out this pattern here. Okay, now this pattern has been forming right from the month of July, so we will not rule out this pattern. So there's a high possibility you can see the S&P 500, or sorry, the VIX coming down to touch this line. Okay, this red line here, coming down to touch this red line here. And if that happens, we would watch out, because we are having this as a support and we are having these two as a support. So we are having two supports, guys. But if it can break, then that is going to be a bit bullish for the stock exchange market, and the next targets I will be looking at is around here. So guys, in conclusion, based on these charts, please be very careful this week for the markets, because we are forming tops for the markets. I keep on saying this, and you're gonna see Bitcoin get affected. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, guys, because I want you all to learn. I need you all to understand exactly what we are doing here. Now you can see, guys, that Bitcoin is having some form of resistance here. Okay, let's check it and see. You can see now, guys, that we're already forming a red candlestick. Okay, and let's switch over to these charts. Let's switch over to this chart so that you can see it clearly. Alright, guys, so you can see now that Bitcoin is having resistance in this same point I told you, guys. Look at this green line. If you watched my last video, you would have observed this green line. I told you all, I said this line is going to affect Bitcoin. And look at exactly what is playing out, guys. You can see that there's a red candlestick. Anything that's going to make Bitcoin drop and enter below this green candlestick, guys, back to $47,000 and stay there, and it's not able to overcome, then we have a problem. I've told you guys this. I said this time we are coming to take out this low here. Okay, so I don't know what people out there are talking about, but you see, the Cryptoprophet is very unique in what he does. And then I also want to drag this to your notice. This line here, this line has not yet been breached. Can you see this this orange line here? It has not yet been breached, guys. This line has not yet been breached. Now I took this line all the way from this point. It's a calculation, okay? For those of you that are you're very good in drawing trend lines, you're seeing this trend line. The Cryptoprophet did not place this trend line. He didn't draw this trend line like this. I didn't draw this trend line like this. For those of you that think drawing trend lines is just drawing them anyhow you wish, no, I didn't draw them like this, but rather I took it from here. It's a calculation. This is why it is difficult for you to copy the Cryptoprophet, because what I do is highly calculated. Every step I make is calculated. So you can't come to me and tell me it's difficult to argue with me so long as it's crypto. Okay, just go and sleep. You have nothing to say. As a matter of fact, if you think you know too much, go form your own channel. It's as simple as that. Go form your own channel, go give your own analysis. Don't come to my channel and begin speaking rubbish, okay? Because I have a very notable track record. The market obeys my words. Take a look at this trend line, guys. We see here that the market is yet to overcome it, okay? So in essence, guys, if we can break out of here, then expect Bitcoin, like I told you, to enter into this range. And like I told you, if we break out, we are heading up to around 48,000. We've already touched 48,000, 49, $50,000, okay, $51,000, and that would be the top. But if the stock exchange market reacts and begins a decline, it is going to weaken the momentum of Bitcoin, and you would see Bitcoin going sideways. You will see it going sideways, guys, and all leading down to this crash to take out $35,000, and you would see us heading below to lower prices, 30,000, 27, 28, or 29, or $31,000, guys. So take note of this. And finally, let me share this, very important. Take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this. I want you all to take a look at this. Can you see that we are not having volume still coming into the markets, despite all this pump you see here? This is what I told you. I said watch out for the volume indicator. We are not having volume, guys. We still have not pumped and maintained above this white line, just like we did here. You know, the market was touching, in this case nothing, but yet you just see Bitcoin rallying. So this tells you that the smart money isn't buying these markets, it's the retail money. So in conclusion, this is my final words: be very, very careful as you trade this week. Ensure you trade with caution. The market is topping out. This is all I can tell you, guys. If you like, believe what I'm telling you. If you like, doubt me. That is your business. But I have played my role by giving you this information. So if you wish to join my channel, guys, ensure you look for ways to contact me. Send an email, an agent will respond to you, and we'll take it up from there. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your time. I remain the Crypto Prophet. God bless you. See you in my next video.